people.
Hey.
It's Miche.
And Triche. QVT. Yeah, no, I just think it's so much easier. QVT.
It seems a little lazy, but okay.
That's fine.
Sure.
So we can do both.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to another time together with us.
Yes. We're going to do another round of Would You Rather.
I do like this game. Like, it's endless possibilities.
Endless.
So if you haven't seen the other one, please have a look, like, subscribe, let us know what you think of the first round. Let me know what your answers were. Like, you can find a whole bunch on the internet, but I came up with one of my own. Do I get to go first?
Sure. Well, you seem to be ready, so let's hear this. Oh boy. She came up with it on her own.
On my own.
Okay, let's hear it.
On my own.
No. Okay.
Would you rather have caught your parents having sex now or like 20 years ago? I know, right? Random.
And gross
Fix
on
your
both.
face.
And
yeah.
gross on both
maybe.
levels.
So which would have been grosser?
So we're doing it now? Oh. But then back
But you're
then,
also
I'd
more
just be
mature
so-
now, no?
Am I?
Oh, clearly not, because you're still
I
like, ew. I'm fine to say I was a test tube baby. It's not true, but it makes me feel better. So,
I mean, I would be happy for them that they're still doing that now.
right? Isn't that sweet? I have no part in like wanting to see it. Like, no. Like,
No,
gross.
I wouldn't. I don't want to see it either way, but I guess I would be happy if they were still doing that now.
So you'd rather walk in them now?
Oh my gosh. I don't want to do any of it.
I understand. That's not the point of the game. Is you have to pick one. I understand. No one would rather, but if you had to pick.
So, like, if I walked in on them, is it like a full on, like I'm walking?
Let's not get.
Like I'm walking in, or
Yes, let's say
I just
you're-
go, oh no.
No, you're
And
walking in. You're walking in. You're walking in. You're
Oh,
walking in.
Gosh.
That makes
it
it more
would be
interesting.
embarrassment for everybody across the
100%.
board. And I don't, like I said, I think that first of all, then and now would be traumatizing.
Agreed. Acknowledged.
But I think that I would maybe have a better appreciation if they were doing it now
Their
still.
bodies are also older now. Just saying.
They don't have gross bodies.
No, it doesn't matter. They're just older people bodies, period. It's not like they're younger and top bodies. We're like, oh, okay. Now it's just like, well, it's your parents and they've got older bodies. I'm just saying. No point of consideration for that? Okay, what's your answer?
No,
okay, good,
my
good.
answer is now. I
Now.
prefer
Okay.
to see that now,
right.
as much as I'd be like, ooh.
Mhm.
I would prefer to see that now, because
Okay.
then I guess I would be happy for them that they're still throwing down.
Sure. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
What show is that one?
Ding. Family Feud. Dun, dun, dun.
Mhm.
Why do I always have to put music to
I
everything?
don't know.
Because that's how you like remember things with the music. Okay.
Okay, so mine to you would be: would you rather always have BO
Come on.
and not know it, or always smell BO on everyone else?
So nobody loves me to tell me that I have BO? First of all.
You know, I would tell you.
Absolutely. I would expect you to, but I guess the point
I would
is
tell you stink.
Right, but I think
Absolutely tell you that.
but I think I'm implying from the question like you can't help it, like regardless you just have
No,
BO.
you have BO. You have BO. Like
Or I
you
smell it.
have
Oh my
BO, or
gosh.
you smell it on everybody else.
That's such a horrible smell. You know what? I'm gonna go with myself, I think. Because at least at some point I'm not around people all the time. Whereas imagine like everywhere you turn, that's all you smell in your nostril. Like you're at a nice restaurant, you're trying to eat some nice food, and all you smell is BO.
But I also don't want to stink.
I don't want to
And
stink either.
I don't want people to think
But at least
I'm
sometimes
crazy.
you can just stink by yourself.
Yes, but then I would also think that, like, if it was around other people, that I would wear a mask. Or
Okay.
I would just constantly, doing my usual, holding my breath. But I couldn't, like, is it the BO that's like...
But imagine you're at work all day, and everyone else around you, that's like 100 people on a floor all stinking like BO. I don't think a mask is going to save you.
I'm gonna go with the mask.
That's your question. Hold on. You asked me the question. You're.
I did ask you the question.
Yeah, thanks. But you bring up some valid points. Yeah. So now I'm reconsidering my answer. I'm trying to also think which is the least selfish. Like to. Because at least I'm trying to like help the rest of the world where I'll just contain myself in my own little bubble of stench. I don't know that a mask is enough. And imagine you're eating. You have to take off your mask to eat. And now all you're smelling is BO. So that taints the taste of your food.
Okay, you're right about that, but I would also think I could also put like no, but then yes, you're right. I wouldn't really be tasting.
Either way, it's affecting your life.
Yes, it wouldn't.
I think I'd rather have my own BO because at some point I'd stop smelling myself. Yes, others would suffer, but I would limit my interaction with the public versus me having to smell everyone else 24/7.
I know, but then I also...
Imagine you're laying down your bed with your and they've got BO. It's everyone else stinks. You can't go to sleep with that up your nose.
But then I also think that I don't want to walk around smelling stink though. Like,
I get it, but I'm saying you can limit the amount of, time you have to walk around and be around other people. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, it was my question, my answer. Question asked and answered. I know, I get it.
Okay.
But then...
I don't know, those were just my thoughts. Sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine. I get it. Maybe you could like perfume yourself and then it would be like BO and... I don't know. I would just limit my interaction in the world and just keep my stink to myself, and eventually I figure I wouldn't smell my own self versus having to suffer through being out there in the world and everyone else stinks.
Especially like if it was the BO that like burns your eyeballs.
Oh my gosh. Like the other day, someone, I don't know who came off or who was on, and it wasn't like there was no one around. That's what killed me, which means like you stunk that bad that you left.
Lingering.
And your stench and it smelled like someone legit just cut an onion open. It was horrible. And it's not a small space either. Like it was like that's how bad it was that it permeated throughout that entire space. It's terrible. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Question 2.
Would you rather have no music or no color? Like you couldn't see color. It's like all your red business is obsolete, immaterial.
But how could you not? I don't think that I could live without music.
You could live with everything being in black and white. It's very bleak also. Anyways, not my question.
That would be very bleak, but then I also think that I would have the music to like hype me up, right?
Make your world sunny and colorful.
Yeah, like everything would be black and white, but then at the end of the day, it's just my vision, but not hearing music for the rest of my life, I think that would be weird.
But is it weird because you already know music?
Yes. If I didn't
have a twofer, if you didn't already know music.
If I didn't know music, then I think.
But then that's like the deaf or blind thing.
Right.
Neither are great options.
No.
I know, but in that instance, if I never knew music, I think I'd pick being deaf over being blind. Just because I think it would be easier to navigate life deaf than it is blind. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would want to be blind.
Just from a logistical perspective.
Yeah. And I mean, like the whole feeling somebody's face and all that sort of thing, and feeling textures. Like I would prefer to have my sight, so then I can like.
And then we could sign. Then we'd really need to learn how to sign. There we go. Okay, I'm with you on that one. I would rather be.
All right.
I would rather be.
Colorblind and see how you. How you say okay.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. Self-cutters.
Yes. Would you rather have a pause or rewind button in your life?
Rewind.
Really?
Yeah. What am I pausing? Like, if I'm pausing, great. I paused and I thought about it. If I can't go back in history and change it, what difference does it make? So I just realized.
Kids would want to pause.
I bet they would. I want to pause them too. No, definitely a rewind. Because at least even if, I didn't pause and I just kept going forward, I realized I made a mistake, I can rewind and fix it or do whatever. If I paused, I'm still in whatever situation I'm in. I've just paused it to think of a better outcome. Unless maybe that's the case, I would still rather rewind.
I'm just thinking that, yes, if I could rewind, who wouldn't love to rewind? Then I also think in the pause, I can pause in the moment. Like, imagine if there was a car accident that was about to happen, like something like that, or somebody's talking, and maybe I might even be able to remove myself. Like, I'm assuming that everybody else is paused but me, right? Who has that superpower?
To freeze time? No, because
Yes.
now we're talking about freezing time.
Yeah.
I know, but I think there's a
but
difference
I'm
between
pausing.
pause, like, well, I mean,
Yeah,
depends on
pausing
your
is
scenario.
great. So imagine if you could pause time and you could like move things around, or you know, just move somebody
you mess
over
with
to
people.
Absolutely. Could you imagine?
Just going to somebody and they had a coffee in their hand, and all of a sudden it's like over there,
Right.
And they're because they would on pause like this and be like, hey.
Right. So that'd be kind of fun. To,
Okay, but I
to mess around with that.
Because I didn't think about it from a
Yeah.
fun aspect.
It'd be kind of fun.
But from
then
a rewind,
also-
you could do the same thing. You know what happens. Now you go back, you rewind it, and you do something different, or you change it.
But you're not pausing the time. You're just rewinding. So if you're
rewind to
rewinding-
change.
But you're not. I don't know. I don't think if you rewind, if it's the same thing, because are you not just reliving the same thing, or rewinding with the ability to change?
Well, I
the
was
outcome?
assuming with the ability to change the outcome. Which is
So
how
if
I'm
you
saying
had the
here's the
ability to
pause.
change the outcome, okay,
all
sure.
day, every day. Yeah,
Yeah.
so many things would be different in life,
Yeah,
right?
could you imagine?
Ugh, I'm going back far.
And if I had that rewind button, oh my lord, could you imagine the things that I could say? Oh my lord.
I wasn't thinking about things I could say.
Really? Oh man.
Like really good like comebacks after the fact that you think of. But later,
Oh,
what are you
don't
talking
even
about?
thinking of comebacks, but that's a good one. You could still rewind and
Yeah,
go
so
back
what are
and
you
say
talking
something
about?
different. But if I could just like let my mouth loose and say whatever it is I really wanted to
But then you
say,
still have to
and
live through the aftermath of whatever
No,
that is. You
no.
didn't say pause. It's not rewind and then fast forward.
no, but then I would say it, and
Yeah.
now I'm rewinding, and now I'm erasing what it is that I
You're
said.
adding a whole bunch of things that I don't know are part of the question.
Sorry,
You're making a whole other thing going on there now.
Oh.
But I mean, I like it. I do lots of things.
What?
Clap somebody in their mouth. Rewind and go back and like it never happened.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, could
yeah,
you
yeah.
imagine just rewinding something and just like losing it or saying something that you really wanted to say in that moment?
Or even simple things like when you order like a drink or a meal and you're super excited and it's horrible and you're paying enough money for it, rewind and I would order something different or I'd have no regrets.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Rewind all the way. That was my answer. Rewind.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Rewind.
Pause. Meh. Pause. Seems soft.
It could still be fun.
It could, but you could do the same thing with the rewind function. So I
No,
guess
you're
what I'm
right.
getting at.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like if you rewind it and then you just keep doing it over and over and over
I don't want
again.
to relive the same moments over and over again. That's like reliving time. That's not as fun. I think there would have to be like a rule. Like you can only rewind like
So far?
one time. Not even so far, but like one time.
Okay.
Were those my two questions? Did you ask me to?
Yes, but I do have another one.
Oh.
Would you rather lose your sight or your memory? Or your memories, sorry, not your memory, but your memories.
How old am I? Like I'm already like in my
Same old
90s,
ass age you
80s,
are
and I'm
now.
like, whatever. And I'm close to like losing it anyways.
No, if you're 90, I totally get that. Actually, I don't
Sight or
know.
my memories. Memories don't live like. See, I'm telling you, we could do like a whole convo with just like
You think so?
with lyrics. I think I could.
I think you could more than I
Yeah.
could. Yeah. I probably
That's hard.
should. Yeah, I know. Sight or memories?
Like sight going forward, and I'd be blind, but I have all of my memories, so I can still remember things that I've seen.
Sure.
I think I'm gonna have to go with sight. Hopefully I've already seen enough that it's just like ingrained in my memory so I can just like live through my memories and vicariously and then just imagine whatever else I want.
I would want to retain my memories too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like who are you without your memories? That like
I don't know. You just
goes to the essence of who you become and who you are
Yes.
with your memories.
Like imagine if you had amnesia. And you
Again,
just
depends on how
remember
old I
everything.
am and what's going on in my life.
Okay, we're talking about this point in your
fine,
life.
fine.
When
Then
you're
no.
like 90, who cares?
No one cares.
I mean,
think
I
they
don't
care.
know. I'm sure that they
I feel
do
like they
care.
do care.
I cheerfully withdraw that
Yeah,
statement.
I feel like they
I
do
think
care.
that people would care.
You
then I
care,
would
but at the
just
end you'd be
think-
like,
Right, because I'm nearing the end of my life. So,
Likely.
I mean, but yeah, I wouldn't want to give up my memories, that's for sure.
no.
No, I wouldn't give up my memories. Oh boy.
Oh, who's there, Pimmers? All right, well,
Yeah, I wouldn't want to give up my memories either.
okay. All right.
All right.
Well, I'm going to see who she's barking down. So
Yes.
That's enough for the moment.
That is enough.
Uh-oh.
Boy.
Uh-oh. Stranger danger.
It is stranger
Alright.
danger.
Okay. Well, don't
All
forget
right.
to like, subscribe.
Yep.
Someone might be coming to kill me now. We'll see you later.